Hi, welcome to lesson 1 of the step-by-step tutorial. In this lesson we're going to start with a blank UX component, and we're going to add a list control to display our customers. At the end of the lesson our component will look like this. You can see here we have a list control that is displaying our customers, and there's only one control on the component. So let's close down this component now and get started. So if you're not at the web control panel, please open up the web control panel, and then to create our first UX component we can click the new button. Make sure that the web components category is selected, so choose the new button and then select web component and then choose UX. As a shortcut, I'll just hit cancel here. You should know that you can also go here and say UX component over here, and then once you do that, then that becomes the default selection. So if I hit cancel now, this button now has been set to UX component. So the shortcut for creating a new component now would simply be to click this button on the toolbar. So let's go ahead now and create a new component, and we can choose either one of the predefined sample templates, or we can create a blank UX component. We'd like to create a blank UX component, so make sure that the first radio button, which says start with a blank UX component, is selected, and then click the OK button. The UX builder now opens up, and let's start out by clicking on the control selection here to see a list of all of the available controls that you can place on the UX component. So you can see that there's categories here. There's the data controls category, the panels category, containers, other controls, and predefined controls. So we're going to just start out with data controls, and we'll click on the little icon to the left of the label to expand that selection, and then scroll down in the list until we see the list control. So if you click on the list control, a dialog comes up where you can add a new control, and when you add new controls you can add one control at a time or multiple controls at once. For now, let's just choose a single control and type in the name of the new control called list 1. So type in list 1 if it's not already there, and then click the OK button. So the new list control gets added to the UX builder, and on the right hand side here you can see all of the properties that can be set for this list control. So the most important set of properties is the list properties over here, and this property is set by clicking on the smart field to open up the list builder. So click on the smart field now to open up the list builder, and you'll see that the list builder genie opens up. So the list itself can be based on different sources of data. It can be based on SQL data, DBF data. DBF are the built-in table structures that Alpha Anywhere supports if you don't want to use an external SQL database. Custom, which allows you to create your own XBasic code to populate the list with data from a web service, for example, or any custom code that you like to write to populate the list. And data series. We won't cover data series in this tutorial. So let's go back now and choose SQL, because we would like to populate our list with data from the customer table in the Northwind database. So in order to define our query, we first need to specify the connection string, which specifies how we're going to connect to the backend database. So let's just click the smart field here and pick the predefined Northwind connection, which was automatically created when we opened up this sample database. So we now have selected our connection string, and now we can choose which table from the Northwind database we'd like to base this list on. So let's pause now and pick this up in the next video.